Hey guys, welcome back to Chit Chat with Chip, Mwaiseni. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Little update. I'm in my 3rd week of Locum of this new job, and I am considering leaving, and that is because basically for the last 3 weeks I have really struggled with accommodation. It's been so difficult to find something. So the first week I was in a hotel, which was great, but obviously prior to that the accommodation that I had booked cancelled on me. And then the second week I was in an Airbnb, and then the 3rd week, which was last week, I was also in an Airbnb. It's just been tough around this area to find somewhere to live. It's nuts. There's been a couple of times I've come close and then it's like, oh, the property's gone now, and it's like, and then also because it's like slightly on the outskirts of London, it's still quite expensive. It would be okay if I didn't have a mortgage that I'm going to start paying for soon, you know, so it wouldn't be that much of an issue. But obviously knowing that, say if I was here long term, I'll be paying a mortgage as well as for the room or rent, whatever, it'd just be too much. It's not feasible, it's not realistic, and it doesn't benefit me at all doing locum if I'm going to be paying for 2 accommodations and basically all the other money is for that. So I am basically considering leaving because it's just been so difficult, guys. Look at the spots. These are stress spots. It took me a moment today to go speak to the manager to give him a heads up of where I'm at, because I just thought honesty is the best policy, because they're talking to me about all these things and plans that they have, and in my head I'm like, I might not even be here. So, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. Like, we've already spent time where I have been training, they've been training me, but I've also been here spending my time finding accommodation, just not being able to find anything. Obviously we've, from both sides, a lot of time and effort has already been put in, but to stop even more time being wasted on either side, on each party, I just decided to go see my manager, who was so understanding. He was very understanding. He does understand the area, and he did obviously say like they would rather I didn't go, just because obviously they're not in the best situation, and I do feel bad, but I also have to think about what's best for me. Right now the stress is not worth it. I told him that I'll give it a few days to think about what my next step is going to be. It may be a case of, oh, I found something where I can stay, or it might be a case of, I'm really sorry, but this is my notice and I'm gonna have to leave. So right now I just need to back up my ideas and figure out my next step. But I think the next step, I need to properly think about it, because it can't just be me going there willy-nilly without even properly thinking about the accommodation, whatever it's gonna be. I'm stuck in this room for now. So like I said, I found this room. A long time I can't see myself here, so I just need to work on it now instead of making it drag out, because I'm just not going to be happy and it's not worth it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. But I just thought, well, I'm still here for another week or at least a couple of weeks, so I don't really have a lot else going on unless I'm working. So I thought, let me work on what I want to be working on in my personal life and in my sort of business life, and that is what I'm starting to work on right now. So it is the 2nd of November. I want to start working on my sewing business. Like, I need to grow this year. Like, I really enjoy sewing. It's something that I really enjoy, and I thought, well, I can't just be sitting in this room feeling all down and depressed about life. So what I'm going to do is spend some time doing some research on, you know, how to build it, how to get it started, and go from there. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So more of the story is, this would be easier if I just took a little bit more time to think about my next step instead of just going for it. Because I do say this about myself. One thing I tend to do is I go for it and deal with the consequences later. Even though that's good in many ways, it's not always the best approach, especially when it comes to locum. Another thing is that this would definitely be easier if I wasn't thinking about the fact that I've got a mortgage coming up soon. Yeah, I think also being in a relationship means that I'm spreading myself in a lot of different places. So where my job would be at the time, where my partner is at the time, but also where my family and friends are. Like, these are all different places, and I'm spreading myself very thin. Yeah, I just need to think about it a little bit more. There's no need to rush. You need to calm down. There's no need to rush. But I'm just hoping everything works out. It has to work out. There's no other way. Hey guys, so it's been a couple of days now since, was it a couple of days? It's been a few days since my last little update about my job now and what's going on. And basically, I've had sort of a few days to think about what I'm going to do. And I've decided that I am going to leave this job. I'm going to give myself, or give them even, 2 to 3 weeks maybe of notice, just so obviously, because I've literally just been here like 3 weeks. coming on to a month now, just to give them a bit of notice for, well, I guess for them to try and find somebody. But I already know that they're not in the best situation, so I don't feel that great about it. But I've decided that right now it's not the best financial move for me, because even though, yes, on paper I'm earning a little bit more, it's all going into renting this room, which actually I've just come back to now after being away for a few days, because I'm doing a night shift today in literally 2 hours, so I need to get a nap soon. But yeah, I've come back and actually I don't feel as bad or as sort of like a little bit low as I did a few days ago. Like I actually feel fine being here, but I guess the decision is made now. So I am going to be leaving in maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm hoping that in that time our house is ready, that we can move in, that everything is sorted. So this video won't actually come out until, one, I've actually left the job and everything is finalized, and two, I'm gone and I found a new job and I'm knowing that I've got something else sort of set up. What I did today is I prepped food, because I'm not really feeling the vibe of this kitchen, and I also don't have any utensils. I don't have any pots, no pans, don't even have a cup or a mug. I have a fork and a knife. I don't even have a plate. So I've been at my mum's the last couple of days and I did a bit of a meal prep. I didn't actually film that, I should have. So I've made some nsima, saza, depending where you're from in South or East Africa, you'll call it different things. But I've made nsima with veg and sort of like a chicken stew for 2 days, and then I'm gonna have the same chicken and veg with rice for another couple of days. So that's in the freezer right now. So my food is sorted in terms of dinner or breakfast, whatever time I end up eating it, because I'm doing night shifts. So I made that earlier today and I've just driven back, and now I will be going to work in a couple of hours. So this is the thug life that I chose. But here we are. Yeah, to be fair, I feel better than I did a few days ago. Now that I'm back in the room, it's like, you know what, I could probably stay. But yeah, it's more of a financial thing. Just because I'm earning more does not mean I should be spending more, and it doesn't make sense to make more money and then have more outgoings. It doesn't make sense, and that's not something that I would intentionally want to do, especially if I'm trying to hit targets, reach my goals, etc. It doesn't make sense. So for me, if I'm earning more money, I may as well invest or save that money, but not have extra expenditure. It just not gonna work. Hopefully my next position will be, one, a better financial decision and it makes more sense. Two, it'll be closer to my house, so that while we're renovating our house, I can do some things, I can help out, but I can be around as well as work. And then any money that I do have obviously is going into my mortgage rather than renting out another place. I think that's just the best thing for now. That's where I'm at, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. I am going to try and get a nap now, or try and nap now, because it's going to be a long shift. I'll catch you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for watching and hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I just want to add as well that even though this may seem like I may have made a mistake, it's something to learn from. Like, I feel like every experience is there for a reason. If I can take away anything from this, it's just learning from it. Maybe what would I do differently next time? Would I think a little bit more about my next step, my decisions in terms of where I'm going next, what I'm doing for work, before I just go ahead and do it? Which I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. I mean, there's not anything really wrong with going for something. I think it's important to, if you are given an opportunity, sometimes to actually try and, take that opportunity on. But I feel like next time maybe I will think a little bit more about it, just to see if it's the best decision at the time, and if it's something that is right for the stage that I'm at in my life, or what I want to do. Basically just think about it a little bit more, and I feel like everything's a learning experience. I can take away something from this, or I can beat myself up over it, but I'll definitely take something away from it. So it's the 25th of November and I've officially finished my last night shift. So I did end up leaving, and I'm feeling pretty positive about it, in the sense of like, I'm taking some time off. Because it's been a long year of constantly working, which is fine because that is what I wanted to do. But now that I've got the opportunity to take a break, that's what I'm going to do. Because normally what I do is, as soon as I finish a job, I start a new one straight away. I don't ever take breaks. So I'm going to take a break now and just see how long I last with taking a break, because I'm not very good at being off. Take some time off and just figure it all out, see what else I can do in the meantime, and just relax, recharge, re-energize, refocus, and yeah, come back and do it all over again, or just do even better, I think. So yeah, catch you guys on the flip side.